and they let loose from the 1950 metre marker. Give them a chance to settle into stride as they race into view and go into the first turn. Summerfield in the yellow silks is the early leader. H2O looking to drop in just behind with 1,000 tunes. They're 2-3 lengths off them. Command Control's wider out. And Grey Lingari is the grey looking to get closer in. Dry Bar's just going to move around runners. Stormcry towards the inside. Fat Cigar's mid-division. Command Control further back in the running. Then we have Magic Duke down the back stretch. And the race down towards the 1,200 metre zone. And Legislate's Dance took an awkward stride there. Seemed to run off the rail. The black cap of the favourite Legislate's Dance. Magic Duke's just towards the inside, and just ahead of these is Grey Lingari. Summerfield has the lead a length and a quarter. H2O is racing away in second. 1,000 tunes is in third. Driver. Then we have Stormcry further back in the running. Command Council, Fat Cigar, 7-8 lengths to make up. Command Control is on the outside. Then we drop back to Magic Duke. The grey is Grey Lingari, and Legislate's Dance is just in the picture with 10 lengths to track down. Homeward Bound with just on 550 metres to go, and Summerfield doing all the buying and bidding a length and a quarter. H2O is in second. 1,000 tunes towards the inside. Dry Var's now about to come forward with about 3 lengths to make up. Fat Cigar's going to go through between runners. Legislate's Dawn towards the inside. Wide open coming to the 300. Stormcry moves up. On the outside, H2O. And also running on, Fat Cigar down the middle. Command Control. On the outside, H2O and Fat Cigar the last 100. Fat Cigar's picking them up now. And Fat Cigar goes on for the victory. Fat Cigar. H2O Driver, and then came Command Control. Well, this was Fat Cigar. Unbelievable first run. He came from almost 20 lengths off them, and when he went down to the start, still very, very green. And Fat Cigar for the Viljoens, the Alchemy, and he stays on powerfully. H2O second. Driver. Then came Command Control. As for the favourite, he just seemed to be awkward around the turn. He seemed to run off the rail. So 300 metres to go, and Fat Cigar now comes bounding through between them. Carl Stradham rode him, and he was around about 25 to 1 when he went down to the start. Fat Cigar, and this was the lesser fancied from the yard, but he comes good to win. So number 3, Fat Cigar, will smoke the cigar today. Back to the studio.
For Bossy and Suzette Viljoen, and Carl Stradham's done the duty here. And we'll talk to Lizard in a moment, but Mdumiso Mtwezi is the gentleman that takes home the 1,000 Rand prize money. Well done to you for 1,000 Rand, 500 on behalf of Hollywood, 500 Rand on behalf of Gold Circle. Well done, Stevie, congratulations. He's very happy. Carl, tell us about the race, because although we thought, and we're the first to admit it, and we'll talk to Lizard in a moment, Kevin and I were of the opinion that the stable companion would be the better of the two, but racing and things happen. But we expected improvement from this colt, and he's improved nicely today.
No, he definitely did. You know, I watched his rerun. He was totally lost. He was about like 10 lengths off the last horse, and he really ran nice. And I thought today, if he definitely just can be there that first spot, definitely ran a good race. And today he showed he loves the distance, and he ran a great race.
1950 today, debuted over the mile. 1950 today. Will he go even further?
No, I think so. He just, at first, but he just sort of just lobs along, and then when he comes to it, and you really ask him, then he starts to get going. So I think the further you go, the better for him.
Okay. The rest of your rides, can we talk again a bit later on in the winners' enclosure?
I hope so. I've got some nice chances today. Hopefully they should all be running well, and hopefully I can be back here today.
Lovely cap, Ludheim, they sponsor you.
So a big thanks to Ludheim. Great to have another win in their colours. A big thanks to Mrs. Forbes for the opportunity. She's been helping me out. A big thanks to her and to the Ride Masters.
Spot on, Carl. Well done. Keep up the good work. Let's get Lizard in. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you heard what Kevin and I said in the ring. We were of the opinion that Legislate's Dance might be the right one, but racing, they had to race, they had to win. He's a magnificent colt, and he's won a good race.
Yeah, Warren, you're not wrong. You're absolutely correct. Legislate Stance was definitely the fancied one in the race. This horse he's a beautiful horse. He's just still very immature and he lacks racing experience. So he ran an absolute cracker. If you watched his first start, he ran on magnificently at the end when he was very, very green at Greyville in the 1600. So we're very pleased today. And I actually couldn't stop laughing watching the race and watching the finish because Serena and I had also had a bit of a chuckle during the week saying, you know what, yes, we just scared this horse is now going to come and cause an upset. But I was actually quite confident that his lack of racing experience would beat him today. The other horse, Legislate Stance, he had a terrible draw to contend with, ended up miles back. He also looks like he might be ready to be gelded. You know, he's just not quite performing to his ability. But yeah, I mean, we're just very happy for the win. Congratulations to Barcy and Suzette and to my entire team. A wonderful win and a wonderful horse, and I definitely think that he's only going to go on from here.
Well, that's where it's quite exciting, isn't it? Because, yes, lesser of the fancied of the two, that's fine. We know that patrons, they're happy with any winner. But exciting because there's scope here. You haven't got to the bottom of this horse.
That is definitely the exciting part, is that he's so immature still. He is still quite soft. He's got no idea what he's doing yet. He's just so incredibly willing, and obviously, like we saw today, the ability is there.
Let's talk about the rest of your runners. We've got Mary O still to come, Linear, Nanu, if I've pronounced that correctly. Some competitive chances still to come.
Yes, Warren, the horses are all doing well. I think this will be a peak run for Mary O. She's had a layoff, and she's had the 2 runs back after the layoff. Both of them have been very good finishers. She's going over slightly further today. She's taking on a very strong competitive field against the boys. And she has that wide draw, but I think we're just going to ride her a bit quietly today, and I think that she is ready to go a little bit further. She's extremely fit and well, and I think that she is going to be very competitive nonetheless.
Well, all the best to you and your team for the rest of the day. Let's hope we chat again a bit later. Long may the hits keep coming.
Thank you, Warren.
Spot on. Lizanne Forbes and her team here, they've produced the goods with Fat Cigar. Legislate Stance, don't write him off. He'll be back another day. That draw was an absolute killer. And that's one of those things. But Fat Cigar's got it all right for the team. I think this horse, if I'm correct, was named or was chosen by Barcy. He's smoked many a Fat Cigar before.